Not the We'll do a random live Q&A tonight. Also want to talk about a few things. You hungry? Right?
No, my stomach's just making some weird noises.
Maybe we'll get a few people watching on here. Hey, we got one. Coon Killer. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Who else we got on here? Got 5 people watching so far. 6. Who all we got? Sound off. If you don't mind, tell me who's here. Redbone Mike. Thanks for the call. Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. Good to see you. Chad Pandabecker. We're doing good. How are you? Coon Killer says, hey, Miss Nightlife. Oh, let's see. Got 13, 14 watching. Got 2 likes. If you're watching right now, if you wouldn't mind, hit that thumbs up button. James McKinley. Rainy night in Bama. Yeah, we've had past 2 rain nights here. It's not raining now, though. Trickle Creek, what's going on? Old Cyrus, how you doing, buddy? We are having a blessed holiday season. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. And hope everybody got everything they were asking for from Santa Claus. Coon Killer, yep, I'll be coming down to Grand American on the 3rd. That's something we want to talk about tonight. Might let a few more people get on here. But one big announcement, I guess we kind of brought this up before. We're actually going to have a nightlife booth down at Grand American January 3rd through the 5th. So we're pretty excited about that. That's our first booth we've ever done. Booth.
I noticed you said that, but I wasn't going to say anything.
That's our first booth. Yeah, first booth we have ever done. It'll be down at Grand American this year. We're going to have a whole bunch of different stuff. We'll get into that in a minute. I know you guys might see some of it over here. But Triple Creek, so I'm getting ready to head to the woods tonight. Will be 21 in a row. Hammer down, son. Hammer down. Coon Killer, when am I hunting again? Probably going to be around the 1st. We had pretty much all of our private land taken away from us because of deer season. So, but January 1st, deer season ends. And we actually landed a new piece of ground recently. It has about 2,000 acres on it. So, we're hoping to get on that and be hammered down. Mitch Walker, how you doing, buddy? He says, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Nightlife. Trail Creek, as long as the weather holds up, feels like spring here in Ohio. Yeah, it's it got up pushing 60 degrees here today. It was crazy. I ain't missing nobody's comments. Jason Conley, how you doing, buddy? Okay, so a little bit of announcement. Some of the people may be watching already. January 3rd through the 5th, down to Grand American, Orangeburg, South Carolina, Nightlife Kennel. We will have our first official booth down there. We are going to have Nightlife hats. We got a brand new batch of hats coming in, guys. We have 3 different colors. We have our beanies back in stock. We have a few more of these hoodies right here left. And we also got a brand new hoodie. Miss Nightlife will show you here in just a little while. We got JC Coon squalls. We have literally dozens of Mooks collars. Everything from the original Mooks all the way up to the glow-in-the-dark Mooks collars. We're going to have Nightlife decals. Am I missing? Oh, we got K-Light now. We're a dealer for K-Light. So we're going to have some of K-Light's lights down there at our booth. Am I missing anything? I think that's about it. We got tons of stock, guys, though. So if anybody's planning on coming down to Grand American January 3rd through the 5th, make sure you come by Nightlife booth and see us. You don't have to buy nothing, but at least come by and say, hey, tell us who you are, because a lot of times the names up here are not necessarily your actual real name. So want to meet everybody. Y'all come by and say hey to us. Oh, watching from the woods, Gage. How's you hunting, buddy? Coon Killer says dog's got the man good. Alan Boykin, we had a great Christmas. Hope everybody else did. Trickle Creek said I ordered some of them Mooks. Be here soon. Interested to know how they work for me. So far, we've had great success with ours, and then the ones we've sold, we've had great success. Really haven't heard anybody have any issues with one. We had one guy had one issue with them, but we think we got it resolved. I think it had more or less to do with how it was installed. But so far, they've been doing really good. I haven't had an issue with hiding with mine. Haven't had it come off or anything happen to it. So far, the mucks are holding up great. Got my mucks hat on. Heather, if you're watching this, we appreciate you for the hat and for the beanie. Miss Nightlife has got a beanie she wears sometimes. So, you guys interested in seeing some of our merch? Gage said it's good as Copper Dog, I guess. Got his first last week. That's awesome. How old is Copper? Alright, guys. So, at our booth this year, we're going to have a whole stock of these JC Blue Coon Squallers, Nightlife. We're also going to have a whole stock of these right here, the green Nightlife Edition Coon Squallers. We have a whole bunch of the beanies made up, guys. Everybody loved these. These things sold out like crazy. We're going to have a whole bunch of these down at the Nightlife booth. We've got 3 new hats this year. We made a little bit of a change to the green hat for the ones before. And we've got 2 additional colors. So first one, we got red. You guys, I don't know if you can see in the light, but basically right here you got a red in with the black mesh. And then you got a red logo. It says Nightlife right there. Kind of looks pink in this, but honestly, it is red. I don't know if you can see compared to the red back there. But beautiful red hat. Got the red brim on here. So you red guys, red bone guys, whatever you want, red Nightlife hat, we got it. Next is a little bit of a spin-off of our original green hat. This actually has green in the mesh in it as well. So got green all the way around, and of course the green logo on the front. We're going to have a whole batch of these. And then for the ladies, we had these requested for you ladies out there. This right here is actually a pink hat with a pink Nightlife logo. I'm not sure. The camera is not picking that up as well. It looks a little better right there. So, anyway, got some pink hats for the ladies coming up. And we have a brand new hoodie and a brand new t-shirt that is not available to anybody else, only at the Grand American booth. Miss Nightlife is wearing it. On the front, you have the Nightlife in green. We've yet to do hoodies in green. On this sleeve right here, we have a full color American flag instead of the original just plain blue or plain green. That's got all the colors. And then on the back here, you got a full green Nightlife logo. We're going to have hoodies and we're going to have Nightlife t-shirts. Sizes medium through 2 or 4X on those. So, Coon Killer says got a quick question. 14 months. Okay, that's pretty good. So, are you going to any of these hunts down here in Orangeburg? I advise you to bring some boots because the water is deep. Yeah, I'll be down there, but I won't be going on any hunts, buddy. Grant Brown said I ordered a light from you, just waiting on it to get here. Grant, was yours a K-Light? Because if so, it shipped yesterday. James McKinley asked, does the reed stay in the squaller? Yep, so far I haven't had any issue with any of my squallers, mine personally or anybody else's that I've heard. So, and I will say this, these Coon Squallers right here, they're made by J.C. Call, Scott Christian. He told me that if anybody ever has an issue with one, holler at him and he would either repair it or send you a reed for it if anything happened. So, he's standing behind them. Brian Hall, how you doing, buddy? So, has anybody got any questions y'all want to talk about? I will say all this merchandise we just dropped on you guys tonight after the Grand American. If we have anything left, we bring it back, we'll put it up on the website. But until then, the only way you can get any of these new hats, whether it be the green, pink, the red, or the hoodie, or the beanies, or any of that stuff, you have to be down at the Grand American, come by the booth. We got them priced a little bit lower than we normally put them on the website, just because we're not having to do so much handling stuff on them. But if there's something that don't sell after the fact, we'll put it up on the website for sale after the Grand American. We just can't guarantee that it's going to be there. So if you have a chance, don't wait. Come down there and get it at the booth. Grant Brown. Yep. It is on the way, buddy. That's a good light. You'll like it. Country boys say might be going hunting tonight. So how's it going? You guys killing a lot of coons? Anything y'all want to talk about? We'll go ahead and give a shout out to Timber Hill Redbones. I don't know if they're on here yet. And go by there, check out their YouTube. They got some really cool information on there. A lot of stuff with the Redbones, a lot of good hunting. He's starting to get real good with their editing. A lot of good videos on there. And then boys, I'm not sure they're putting out too much content nowadays. They got some things going on, but they have put out a lot of really cool videos. So I advise you guys to go check out the Jewel Boys as well and give them a subscribe if you hadn't already. Coon Killer says, how is Miss Nightlife dog JJ?
He's good. He's just hanging out at home till we get our land back, and then he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, all the dogs are hanging out, waiting for January 1st, pretty much.
Yeah.
Trick Creek said we just dropped 15 off the fur buyer, first batch we took in. How much are you getting for those? Brian says, I have a Garmin 220 with a cracked screen. Do you know anyone that could replace the screen? I don't offhand. Probably what I would do is just see if you could just buy another 220 handheld, find one used online. You can get them pretty cheap. So I would imagine as cheap as the 220s are, when you do find them, you probably couldn't get the screen fixed for no less money, really. James McKinley asked a good question. Is there a market for coon hides anywhere? We don't really sell any coon hides around here. Goose Bama says, roll tide. Trickle Creek says he's getting $3 average. Trickle, where are you? Because James just asked, is there a market anywhere? So where are you selling yours at? Or where are you getting them from? $3 average. That's, man, is that worth the effort of skinning them out? I mean, I know we're going coon hunt. That's all there is to that. But Trickle Creek, is that worth the effort of actually skinning them things out? Wanted to talk about too, I had an interesting question come in today. Guy had me call. I won't say his name on here because I'm not sure. I think he's watching, but don't know if he'd want his name out there. But I had a guy call today. Want to know, he's actually in the nuisance wildlife removal business, and he got a red bone pup. He's never really done any coon hunt before, and he's actually thinking about using his red bone in junction with his business to help him find coons and well, basically pretty much any wildlife, because he does a lot of big industrial type buildings and stuff like that, and you know, it's not always known exactly where the animal is. They just know they have animals in it. And he's talking about training his red bone to actually track down and find where these animals are denning up so he can put his traps in a better place and try to cut down on time that he's actually on the job and stuff like that. And I thought that was really cool. I never thought about anything like that, but that really seems like to make a lot of sense. If a man could use a hound in the wildlife nuisance business like that, I think it's something very unique. I thought it was a genius idea. Marcellus, which day we're going to Grand American? We'll actually be down there from January 3rd through the 5th, the entire time. And we have a nightlife booth set up right now, and Miss Nightlife will be manning that with one of her friends. I'll be popping in and out, and I'll also be over at the Sport Dog booth. So, yeah, any day, 3rd through the 5th, you're down there, come by and see us. The 5th is always the busiest day. Oh, Trickle says that was still in a carcass in Central Ohio. That's cool. There's a lot of effort. Oh, I got you. Brian says he bought his 220 cheap today, and the screen's cracked. Just had it for a backup. Yeah, I got you. I don't know where you get one fixed. Anybody else on here watching right now ever had the result with getting a 220 screen fixed? If you will, tell where you put it, where you took it to. Brian Hall's needing one fixed. Terry Suddeth, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you on here. Does anybody got any questions y'all want to talk about in the any nightlife gear or any of the gear we use when we're hunting, or training questions or anything like that? We'll be more than glad to answer them for you guys. So, I'm going to scroll back here and make sure I didn't miss any comments. Got 12 likes on here, guys. 28 people watching. If you would, hit that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. Coon Killer said he got his 220 fixed at the Grand American. Do you know who fixed it? And Chad Penbaker says, what are your thoughts on sending a pup to a trainer and coon pen? I think that'd be a good thing to do, but you got to know who you're sending them to. I've seen a lot of guys send their dogs off to to trainers, even trainers that were highly recommended, had really good references, and just things didn't work out the way they'd hoped for. So, really know who you're sending to. Best thing, to kind of buddy up with somebody who does it that you can send it to, or if you got a friend that is just a really good houndsman and say he's down, don't have a dog right now, send it to him. I've actually had to do that a time or two with a dog of mine. I sent it to my buddy, my Kim Bishop, because I know he's a great houndsman and he knows how to train dogs. He doesn't run a dog training business or have a pen of any kind, but I would say that's probably the better way to go. Somebody, make sure you know somebody. Let's see. Trigger Creek says, you get any Genesis in yet? When I tried to order, you were out. Nope, I have not. Genesis are hard to get right now. Any big dog lights are hard to get at the moment. Matt Williams, he got hurt there a while back at work, hurt his hand really bad, so he hasn't been able to actually put his lights together as quick as he normally did. So, no, I actually turned off the ordering for the Genesis because I just didn't want to over bombard him with orders, give him a little while to get called up. But no, we don't have any in, but we still will sell the Genesis light, and we're still sponsored by Matt Williams and Genesis. And Big Dog Lights is the only light you're going to see us using in our videos. Matt Williams is still our sponsor. William Wilson said, what's a good way to get a pup to go off and hunt without using it and following an older dog? Best way to do is just take them out in the woods and give them time, let them, eventually they'll go off and start exploring. It may take 15, 20, 30 minutes, you just sitting there waiting on them, and when they start coming up to you and they want to hang out with you, best thing to do is just take your boot and kick some leaves at them or something and let them know, say, hey, get on in there, get deep, and, kind of make a tone of voice where they know that you don't want them around. Generally, they pick up on it pretty quick and go on. If they still don't, a lot of times we'll just take them by the collar, lead them down, and kind of shuck them in the woods and tell them go on, and get real stern about it. And they pick on pretty quick that you don't want them hanging around your feet, and they generally go pretty good. So, or if you just sit around and wait long enough, they'll get bored and they'll kind of go off and explore. Let's see here. Coon Killer said, I really don't know who fixed it. I wasn't with my bro at the time. I was getting some boots. I got you. Yeah, Brian Hall, are you going to be coming around to Grand American? Robert, Jana Taggett. There they are. How y'all doing? Jana, we got something for you. We got pink, pink nightlife hats. Pink on the back, pink on the front. We also got green, guys. Green on the back, green on the front. We also got red. It looks pink here in this light, but it's actually red. And we got a brand new batch of beanies. If you want any of this stuff, have to come by the Nightlife booth down at the Grand American to get it. Coon Killer says, I think I see Coon on the like button. The dogs chewed him. Coon down, hit the like button. Timber Hill says, hey, Nick and Kate. Hey, how y'all? Brian Hall, maybe that Sunday. If you're planning on coming down to Grand American on Sunday, it will be wrapped up, packed up, and shut down. They only run it Thursday through Saturday. So, Brian, if you can't make it down Sunday, there'll be Saturday. There won't be nobody there Sunday. Robert said he likes those hats. If we end up going down to the Grand American, we're going to have a booth. Some of you guys may have just popped on here. We are having a booth down at the Grand American Nightlife booth. Got the brand new hats, hoodies. Miss Nightlife's got a hoodie on right now. It's got green on the front, basically a big green logo on the back, and then it's got this American flag right here. We also have shirts, exact same color. I've got a few of these left too. I'm going to be going down to Grand American, but basically anything that we don't sell down there, we'll come back and put on the website. So, Coon Hunting and More says, what's the best way to train a 3-month-old coon dog? Best thing you do at that age is from about 3 months to 6, 7, 8 months around there, just work on your kennel manners. Make sure the dog stays hushed up, not barking a lot at the house. Put it on a lead, walk it around the house, take it for walks in the woods. Get its kennel manners, its lead manners, and then also I just take it off in the woods and let it hang out with me when I'm coon hunting. And that way it learns how to cross creeks, cross logs, kind of works on its getting its woods feet under itself, I guess, however you put that. I normally have a better
Getting
way
his
of
sea
putting it.
legs.
Getting his sea legs in the woods. That's normally what I do. And then, around 8 months age, a lot of times, maybe a little sooner, they'll just start going off with other dogs. And I just let them kind of go off on their own. Jen says, "How pretty." Coon Killer says, "Do you think I was going to be a little rusty when you get... Do you think I was going to be a little rusty when you go back in the woods?" What do you mean I? You mean you? What do you mean there, Coon Killer? Explain better. Are you going to be rusty or me rusty? Coon Killer says, "Sorry, do you think Hyde is going to be a little rusty since y'all wasn't in the woods?" Nah, we took Hyde a week or two ago down to Game Land, South Carolina. That's hunted a lot. Hyde jumped in there and run in a mile deep, slammed up a coon. And that's the video y'all seen. He hadn't been run 2 months in advance before that. So, actually, if I hunt Hyde every single night, 5 6 nights a week, after about a month or two, he starts getting a little funny. So, putting him up like that, especially an experienced dog, won't hurt him. Janice says, "Yeah, finally some more pink." Yeah, we're probably going to be doing a pre-order on some pink hoodies and stuff, too. And we're actually working on a Miss Nightlife collection. So, be some pink and purple and a lot of lady stuff coming in the works soon. Grant Brown says, "I always hunt walkers, but I'm trying to black and tan. He's 2 years old and has just started training a little." Cool. Black and tan. I always liked the color of black and tan. A lot of my family grew up had black and tans. He wants to know, is that normal? Yeah, I mean, it can be. I've had several dogs that didn't really start doing anything until he was 2 years old. My jug dog, whenever we had a litter off him, every single one of those pups didn't do anything until he was 2 years old. His mother, or the female we bred to, was the same way. And then, like Tough up here, his grandpup off a jug, I see him as starting late. He's going to be a late starter too. But, till they're 2.5 years old, I really don't give up on them. A lot of dogs don't start till they're 2 years old. They end up being great dogs. There's a lot of guys out there, especially comp guys, they want their dogs started real young and hammer down, and that's all well and good. But not every dog can do it, and just because a dog don't do it at a young age don't mean they never will. Coon Killer, so what's your favorite mix coon dog? I like blue tick and English. If I was going to mix anything, it'd be blue tick and Walker. I got to have Walker in there, and I'd probably mix with the blue tick just because I've seen some of those, and they seem to do really good. Country Boy says, "My blue tick is almost 8 months old, and a couple weeks ago, she hunted great, but now is having problems getting on the trail." Has she had a heat yet? That's what I'd ask you. If she has not had her first heat, and she has a heat coming in, when a female goes in a heat, it can really throw their nose off. I've seen some of the best females in the world a couple weeks before their heat come in, and even a week after they come out of heat, wasn't worth having. And then you just kind of knew it was coming like that. Travis says, "How does a man get a dog with the tree power Hyde has?" That's pretty simple because he don't have a whole lot of tree power.
You have to plant magic beans.
Yes, you got to plant magic beans in the water bowls.
Cultivate it. Stew it and...
Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe it's either in them or it's not. You got to look at the bloodline. So a lot of dogs, a lot of stuff that goes back to Clover and Sackett and all that, they got really good tree dogs in them. Certain bloodlines don't. There's certain bloodlines that are tree happy. You just gotta sit around and do your research. Get online, read some of the forums, read some of the questions. Like say if you're interested in Clover dogs, join a Clover group on Facebook. If you're interested in Wipeout Blood, join a Wipeout Blood group on Facebook. And a lot of those guys will talk about the traits, and you kind of have to sift through some of the BS. Some guys are, just there to plug their dog and their stud. But a lot of times you'll get some good, honest answers to stuff like that, and you just gotta follow the bloodline and the traits. Like how it goes back to some Clover stuff. One thing about Clover is they're very accurate dogs, and they tree hard, but they're slow. From what I've seen, Hyde would never make a good comp dog. He's too slow, he's too methodical, and he checks his tree too many times to make sure when I come in there, I ain't gonna be in a bad mood. And I'm not saying he ain't never done that, but he tries hard, and that's kind of Clover thing. So as far as taking the first tree he comes to, know the coon net and slamming it and sticking it, he'll stop, he'll check, and he check again. He throws up them 3 hard locates. It's set down. The meat's either on the outside or in the tree, but it's at the tree. You know, that's just one of the things. Law of the bloodlines, you got to follow that stuff. You're welcome, Grant. Coon Killer says, Jana, Tackett. Yep, Robert Walker and Blue Ticks made a great cross. Yeah, it's actually something we've looked into. If we can find a great blue tick female, I wouldn't mind breeding hide with her, honestly. Brian Hall, you know anybody Walker for sale? You looking for pups or older dogs? I don't really know anybody right now of either, but whatever you're looking for, let me know. And if I hear them, I will give your information to them or vice versa. I try to keep my ear out for people when I know they're looking. Robert says, my blue female is coming in heat. I'm thinking about crossing her like that. Well, Robert, if you want to talk about doing some breeding, let me know. Coon Killer says, hey, Nick, there's something to tell you. I got something I need you to do. You don't have to do it, but it'll be real funny. Okay, Coon Killer, what is it? Benji says, thanks for the advice. I'm close to giving up on a 2-year-old. Black and tan will run track, but when it climbs, he comes back. When he runs track, he comes back. It's sucking the life out of me. I have a 2-year-old close to giving up. Run track, but when it climbs, he comes back. Yeah, that's really hard to do. A lot of times you just got to time him at the tree, shoot the coon out to him, and if there's another dog there that's stuck at tree, go in there, tie your dog back. Shoot that coon out to the dog that stuck the tree, and it kind of makes your dog jealous of, hey, this dog got the meat. I knew the meat was there. I didn't stick around. I didn't get the meat because I didn't stick around. This dog stuck around and got the reward. I've seen guys fix their dogs by doing that. So you can give that a try. James McKinley says Yak and River Blood was a tree dog, right? Yep. Coon Killer says you versus Kentucky Cooner. Come on, Nick. What channel want to see it? JK, you don't have to do it. That'd be real funny. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting together with Kentucky Cooner, just doing a combination hunt. That'd be cool. I can't do versus though, because evidently Kentucky Cooner's got way more hunting land than I do. Coon Killer says, how do you miss Nightlife meet? We actually met through mutual friends. She was dating a guy I knew, and then they quit dating. And I said, I was free and wide open. I said I had to have her. So I just reached up, picked her up, threw her on my shoulder.
I mean, whatever works.
Yeah. No, she was dating somebody I knew at one time. And then me and her both ended up being single about the same time. And I said, she was interested in coon hunting. I said, you want to go coon hunting with me? She said, yeah. We started coon hunting some more and just started dating.
Hey.
Coon hunting. That's how we hunt, pretty much.
That's how you find women.
That's it. Brian Hall, you're older. Okay, buddy. I will keep my eye out for sure. I keep getting a lot of people ask me if I know of any dogs for sale, but I haven't had anybody tell me of anything for sale recently. So I tell you though, Brian, I know you're having a hard time. If you get down at Grand American, there's gonna be a ton of dogs for sale. And if you can't make it to Grand American, come down to Walker Days in Union, South Carolina. It's the last weekend in February. There'll be a bunch of dogs there too. So
We got JJ from Grand American 2 years ago.
yeah, she got her JJ from Grand American. Yeah. So
My little JJ.
coon hunting wedding, James says. Yeah, might be. We gotta get engaged first. Nose the ground. Hey buddy, how you doing? Come by, swung by, say hey. The old fella in Austin. I'm joking. Poor old Austin. He had a fit today.
It was a rough day.
Rough day.
Rough day.
Man with the green pants. You see them green pants coming, you got to get out of there. Got 19 likes, guys. There's 29 watching. 10 of you hadn't already, hit that thumbs up button. Like this video. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, you need to come down to Grand American next weekend. Oh, anybody got anything else they want to talk about? Been on here a half hour. I don't want to waste you guys' time, but if you guys got any train questions or anything like that, like I said, if anybody has not been watching, since beginning January 3rd through the 5th, it's official. Nightlife Kennel will have a booth down at the Grand American Coon Hunt in Orangeburg, South Carolina. We've got a brand new batch of hats. We got 3 colors. We got pink, green, and red. The red kind of looks pink in this light. We got green right here. We got pink. We got hoodies. Miss Nightlife's got the hoodies on right now. Green hoodies. We got a few more of these coming. Cool American flag on the sleeve. We got the beanies. We got coon squallers, K-lights, decals, Moots collars, coon carriers. We got a bunch of stuff. So anybody's going to be down at the Grand American, come by our booth, at least say hey to us. You ain't got to buy a thing. Come say hey to us, though, because that's what we really, really, really like.
Yeah.
Coon hunting Grand American is down at the Orangeburg County Fairgrounds in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Show
Country
up early
boy.
for park as well.
Yeah, show up early. Country boy says, what age do you want the dragging your dog? Well, I've never been a fan of dragging my dog around, but no, I'm joking. I really don't do much drags. I would use a cage coon. I don't show the cage coon to the dog, but I actually, catch coon in the cage, let it loose, go hide the cage, give the coon about 15 minutes to get on, and then I'll cut the pup or the dog on that scent. And I will do that up until the point when they start running on their own in the woods with wild coon. After that, I don't really do it no more. But as far as drags, I've never really done it. I did on the first dog or two I had, and it just didn't seem to have any advantage to it. So pretty much just quit doing it. Oh, Robert, this right here is a Mooks collar hat. Heather Tucker with Mooks. This just a gift, Christmas present, and I also sent a big Miss Nightlife. So these are actually fitted hats. I really like these hats. I thought about getting some fitted hats, Nightlife hats. Now, I really like to fit this. The problem is fitted hats are more expensive, so the price goes up. But Grant Brown, so I'll be there. Been chomping at the bit. We'll definitely come by. I'll tell you what, we got 32 watching right now. If any of you guys are planning on coming down to Grand American, go ahead and type yes in them comments. Let me know. Phil Reese says, how do you feel out training collars, and how often would you use them? How do I feel about them? I have great success with them. We use training collars quite a bit, especially I've got working on the pups right now. Some stuff I need to work on, them coming to me and coming out when called or coming out when toned, stuff like that. So we use train collars quite a bit for things like that. Now the shocking aspect of it, we don't really like to do that too much unless they hit an off game, and that comes as whatever age they hit it. Don't really use that much for them. But as far as we will use no barks around the house. Keep them quiet in the kennels. I'll run them for about a week on and off, and then I'll go a week without anything on them. And, they're quiet for a few days, then go back to barking and put the no barks on. But I have neighbors close to me in the subdivision that absolutely hate barking dogs. And, we've had, cops come out and throw out fines or whatever. So, Coon Killer, oh my God, Nick, guess what I see again? I see another raccoon on the like button, but this time is way bigger, has no tail, and my dogs are chowed down on it. Coon down basically hit the like button. Robert, you found the dragon collar. Cool, man. I'm glad you finally found it. Was it hard to find? I mean, was it like under leaves or hung on a limb or kind of how was it? Yep, I know it knows the ground. You would know what's illegal and what ain't, wouldn't you? He says, be careful about them cage coons. Here's the thing. State of North Carolina, I'll tell you, there's a loophole here. If you have a trapping license and you trap the coon and you do not move the coon or the cage, you just let him go, you have committed no crime. But you have to have a trapping license and permission to trap where you trap him at. So the key is there, guys, North Carolina or any other state like that where you're not allowed to move a wild animal, trap them and let them go right then hide your cage and then cut your dog. I'm telling you, that's the law.
That just sounds horrible. You've been doing it.
No, the law says I got a friend that's a warden. As long as you do not move the coon, you are okay. You have a trapping license, so you're good to
Okay.
go. Robert says, yeah, it was right in the middle of that huge briar thicket. Yeah.
Oh, great. Of course it was.
Can't do it in the hungry. Nope, you cannot do it in big hungry. Coon Killer says, best believing it would be packed at Grand American. Yep, it's going to be a ton of people. Nose to the ground. I checked a lot of laws. Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah, you can't. You cannot catch a coon in the state of North Carolina and move it, even if you have a trapping license. You cannot move it. They will get you. I know guys that trap them. They don't have no trapping license, or that's not in trapping season, and they'll get you for trapping outside season, trapping without a license, and transport of wildlife illegally, and that's some major fines. He said the man in the green absolutely bent him over today. Oh, nose to the ground. What are you looking at fine wise? Have you figured that out? Can't trap them anywhere in Hershey County, he says. You can, as long as you got a trapping license and it's trapping season. I'm telling you. He said he don't know till the court date in February. That's what you get for chasing them birds, not chasing them coons. I'm joking. Daniel says, we'll see you at Grand American. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nose to the ground, Harris County don't have trapping season. That must be a new development. I know it did. Because your Mr. Green Pants that caught you, me and him run a trap line down in Big Hunger for a while. So me and him personally. And we done it all legal and everything. So, and we done it on the Harrison County side. So that must have been something they changed recently. I miss running trap line. That was cool. Hadn't done a whole lot, just that 1 year, but it was fun. All right, guys, you got anything else y'all want to talk about? If not, we're going to go ahead and get off here. Okay, it was recent. Gotcha. Any train questions? Any gear questions y'all want to talk about? I'll tell you guys, you need to check out that brand new light from K-Lite called the K-Lite Zoom. We're going to have some of them down at American. If you want to come by, get your hands on one, take a look at them. We'll be selling them as well. It's a really good light. Price good quality build. I think it's going to last really good. And that zoom feature on it, we done a video on here. Check it out. It's a really good light. So I'm going to scroll back, make sure I ain't missed any questions. Nose ground say may need a couple thousand to pay these fines. LOL. We can talk about that if you want. Yeah, Timber Hill at K-Lite is interesting. It's a good little lot. Can't really compare it to some of the others and stuff because it's just so different. But I mean, it's a pretty good lot. It is. It's built well. I think it's one of them lights where you can throw it around, beat it around, and it's definitely not going to break. Robert says, where's a good place to stay down there? If you're going to get near Orangeburg, probably the town of Orangeburg this late, you're not going to find a hotel. I would say look outside, like whatever exit Orangeburg's on. Look 2 or 3 exits up or 2 or 3 exits past it. You'll probably find some hotels. But as far as actually city of Orangeburg, that's going to be hard to find a hotel right now. We're staying, I don't even know where we're staying. Quality Inn of Orangeburg. Now there's a Quality Inn of Orangeburg south, and that's like way far away. So don't even look at that one. Good night, Chad. Yeah, the amber on that Zoom, K-Lite Zoom is really cool. Yeah, Robert, I just look and find what exit that is on, and then look a couple exits before and look a couple exits after. That gets you within 30 minutes of the place. But I'll tell you guys, if you guys want any decent parking, you got to get there by like 8 o'clock. The place gets packed, or else you have to park far away and walk a good little ways to it. Brian Hall says that big dog light got from me works great. Yeah, it's a great, awesome light. All right, Alan, we appreciate you, buddy. All right, so the Tacketts, y'all coming down to the Grand American, I guess. It's awesome to hear. You got anything you want to say to anybody? No? You sure? What about that one thing? Remember
that one thing?
Remember that time we went that place? Well, Robert, it's going to be good to see you guys.
Yes,
Especially
finally.
on come by Saturday, because I'm planning on being around the booth a little bit more on Saturday. So, but if you don't see me at the booth, the Nightlife booth, shoot right beside it at Sport Dog booth. That's where I'm going to be sometime too. So I'm actually going down to work for Sport Dog. All right, guys. Well, we're going to call it night. We got 25 people and 25 likes. You can't beat that.
Yay.
So we're going to end on a good note. We appreciate you guys. We love you. January 1st, coming up a couple of nights, we have access to 2,000 plus acres of coon hunting. We're going to be back in the woods. I got Nick's primed up and ready. I got Tough looking like he's ready to get in the woods. I know Hyde's ready. JJ is chomping at the bit to get back in the woods. So we're going to hammer down. We got the Grand American on the 3rd, but we're going to try to get in the woods before we go and get you guys at least one good video. So, and exciting for Grand American, our first year with a Nightlife booth. Yes. Yay. Yes. Come by, at least say hey. You don't have to spend a dime, but say hey. That's what we really need. We need support.
Yes.
All right, guys. No more questions. We're good to go. We love you. We appreciate you. In the meantime, tree one for us.